The last time Manchester United hosted Barcelona in a European game they switched to a back five, but for both legs this time, they stuck with the formation they know best. It might not seem like much, but it shows how much more belief they have under Erik ten Hag that they aren't adapting their approach to limit their opponents and are instead focused on embracing their own attacking talents. This signals the mentality shift that has already been implemented and shows United have proper elite ambitions again. They proved that on Thursday night. It feels like Ten Hag has really settled on his approach for the bigger games when he doesn't expect United to dominate proceedings, with a focus on disrupting the opponents and looking to smother them in midfield. Casemiro's presence is of paramount importance to the tactic, and so is the selection of Fred alongside him, given his traits as a pressing midfielder with a tireless work rate. United were well up for this one from the start, as they pressed with real intensity and hardly gave their opponents any time on the ball. Although they regressed as the half went on, the arrival of Antony at the break helped them find it again, as they did what they do best in the biggest games of all. The long-term aims remain to become a side who can smother opponents into submission with a relentless passing style, but for now they most certainly have a viable backup plan. There were a few raised eyebrows ahead of the match when Xavi identified Fred as one of the four main United danger men to watch out for. He will wish he wasn't right. Fred played a key role in the opening exchanges of the game as he relentlessly pressed the Barcelona midfield to give his side a foothold in the game, but there were a few customary moments of mayhem when he misplaced passes. They would soon be forgotten about after the break, though, when the 29-year-old fired United-level minutes after the restart with a brilliant touch and finish for the goal. What was even more impressive though was the continued energy and enterprise he offered in the middle of the park, running himself into the ground for the greater good of his team. He appeared to be at the heart of every United push forward and also seemed to be in the box to end any of Barcelona's. It was a night in which the piano carrier became the player. Clement Turpin took center stage for the early penalty decision, which, while harsh, was never going to be overturned. But more frustrating was the string of free kick appeals he turned down. Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw were both fouled on the edge of the Barcelona box, but nothing was given, and things boiled over when Lisandro Martinez and Robert Lewandowski collided on halfway. The French official spoke with both Ten Hag and Xavi on separate occasions to try and calm things down when their outrage was caused by his own poor decision-making. United were guilty of letting frustration get the better of them in the first half but deserve huge credit for the way they responded after the break. It always felt like a night that would be decided by the midfield battle, and it was no surprise Barcelona's period of dominance coincided with when they were winning it. Xavi and Pedri might have both been missing from the first meeting, but the returning Sergio Busquets was colossal, and Frenkie de Jong was excellent in the engine room. The Dutch midfielder was also going to attract plenty of attention given Ten Hag's public pursuit of him last summer, and it is clear to see why after a brilliant performance. De Jong not only made things happen with his creativity in possession, but also proved to be a pivotal defensive asset, often dropping back into a centre-back role to collect the ball and tie up any loose ends. This summer he might well be near the top of the shopping list again given what he offers as both a creative and defensive outlet.